Hello, and welcome to today's Saturday Double Tap. And our first contract today, Honkan, set in New York and supplied by Shaco 1610. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to have a Seeker 1 stored up in the first floor janitor's closet, and we'll be bringing with us a vial of lethal poison, a lethal syringe, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we've got to navigate our way straight down the teller hall, avoiding the cameras along the way, and we're going to head up the stairs at the back here, and up here we will be able to vault over the banister and scoot ourselves around to the first floor corridor, where 2 of our targets are located, but we will not come back for them just yet. Our first target will be Mr. Jackson, the fired worker with the epic jumper. So once he moves away from his bottle, we're just going to very simply poison his drink with our lethal poison. We're going to grab the wrench from the boxes we are hiding behind, and when Mr. Jackson comes back to drink his drink, he will find it very much not to his liking. So here he goes now. Get that down, you mate. What do you mean you don't like it? I made that specially. Right, so with Mr. Jackson, our first target, taken care of, we are now going to require a change of outfit so that we can move around slightly better. And the outfit we're going to go for will be Mr. Jackson's. So while the guard has his back to us, we're going to render him unconscious with the wrench. We're going to grab the guard and deposit him in the janitor's closet. And while we're in here, we can retrieve our Seeker 1, which is just down here. So once we have all that done, we're going to take Mr. Jackson's outfit. There we go. And then we're going to move back down the corridor where our other 2 targets are located. We're going to make our way down to the far end of the corridor, and we're going to turn off the radio here and then turn it back on again. That will get the attention of the janitor, and just like we did with Mr. Jackson, we're not going to mess about too much. So when he comes to investigate, which he will do very shortly, once he's finished deciding someone's turned off his radio, we're going to very quickly pull out our silenced pistol, shoot him in the head very swiftly, and we're going to hide him in the closet provided. We're going to grab the key that he drops, as that will be our exit strategy, and then we're going to make our way once again all the way to the far end of the corridor, and once past the double doors, we're going to pull out our silenced pistol once again, and we're going to shoot the wet floor sign. That will then disintegrate, and it will also get the attention of our next target, who is currently leaning on the banister. And when he comes over to investigate, he will render himself unconscious, and we can then shoot him in the head without anyone seeing us. So 3 targets down, 2 more to go. We're now going to make our way to the far side of the bank. So we have to go around the long way. We're going to cut through the restroom. There are 2 enforcers in here, but they're easy enough to avoid. And out on the other corridor, we will encounter our next target, this young lady right here. Now she doesn't move anywhere, and she will be somewhat tricky to get at. So we're just going to wait for the guard who is with her to finish his drink, and when he does so, he will move off into the waiting area by the manager's hall, and we will then move in on our target. So off he goes now. We're going to crouch down, select our lethal syringe, and we want to get just close enough for the prompt to appear. Any closer and we can be seen by people down in the teller hall. So 4 targets down, 1 more to go. Our final target is upstairs in the investment banker floor, and we're going to make our way all the way up there and down into the investment banker area. So they are one of the investment bankers. Now there's a lot of people in this area, which is why we are going to remove them from the area with our Seeker 1. So we're going to crouch down behind the last desk here, just creep around the corner till we can see our target, shoot them in the back with the Seeker 1. That gentleman there, the enforcer, is the worker who frequents the bathroom, and we are going to have to remove him because of the timing. He will be in attendance when we want to eliminate our final target. So we should have just enough time that once we get into the bathroom, we can render him unconscious and deposit him in the crate. Our target will then arrive feeling rather sick, and when they go into the toilet cubicle, we can follow them in and ask them very kindly, have you seen Jimmy Hoffa's remains down there? He's been missing for some time. So apparently no, Jimmy Hoffa is not down there, although we are in the right city. So with that all done, all we have to do now is to make good our escape, and we are heading for the janitor's exit. We have 1 camera to deal with, which is easy enough, and then we can head down to the floor below and past Mr. Jackson and out through the janitor's exit. So there we go, 1 more trending contract taken care of, and we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and that will gain us a silent assassin rating. So moving on, we will be heading off to Japan next. So for our second contract today, we are, as I mentioned, in Hokkaido for Under the Middle, and this contract has been supplied to us by ZJXDL, and our briefing: contract offer 900 grand per kill, get the money 47. So moving on to our targets, and again we have 5 of them, also along with a free map. So for our second challenge, we'll be starting in the morgue, where we will also have a Seeker 1 stored up. We're going to be bringing with us a remote micro taser, the blue Easter egg, and a silenced pistol.
You're the curator's research
So right
aid, right?
from the start and off the bat, we are gonna relax here for a little while we wait for the morgue doctor to have his back to us, and when he does, we can then jack in the box, make our way around to the security room, and we're gonna pick up our Seeker 1 along the way. So that's just in the storage area here. We're going to grab that and stash that away on us, and then continue on around to the security room. We're going to approach our first target. This is relatively easy. There we go. We're going to pull out our silenced pistol, and we're going to just quickly plant 2 in our target's back. The advantage of this is that we get ourselves a pretty decent outfit, and we have access to the surveillance system. So we're going to deposit our friend here in the closet, take his outfit, and then take out the surveillance system. And then from here we're going to make our way back down the stairs and out of the morgue. We're going to take the scalpel here as well for good measure. And our next target is on patrol on the landing or balcony area. Again, we're just going to wait for the morgue doctor to move around to the other side of the table so that he has his back to us. Thank you very much, sir. And then we can exit the morgue. We're going to make our way down the morgue stairs and around to our right, which will lead us directly to the balcony. And our next target, with any luck, will be heading this way. And there he is. So once he has stopped at the bottom of the stairs, we're just going to exit the morgue area and eliminate our target using the scalpel. We're going to leave him there, no one's going to find him. We're going to take his gun, and we're now going to make our way around to the cafeteria or restaurant area. We're going to drop the gun we've collected on the floor in full view of someone, doesn't matter who, because they will then take the tell the guard that there is a loose weapon on the floor. The guard will move to take that away, and it just so happens that he's our target. So once he's safely through the door to the canteen, we can then shoot him in the head with a single bullet. We're now going to select our Seeker 1, and we're going to make our way straight down the corridor and towards and past our next two targets. So obviously the elimination here speaks for itself, as they're stood next to an electrical outlet and a large aquarium. The only trouble is this patrolling guard. So once he stops in his position, we're going to shoot him in the back with the Seeker 1. And while he is getting sick and wandering off, we're going to drop our taser behind our two targets. And then we're just going to wait for the guard to finally decide he's not well and he's going to go away. And once he does, we're going to use this cage for cover, and we're going to throw our blue egg at our target's feet. That will render them both unconscious rather quickly. Down they go. We're then going to use our silence pistol and shoot 3 holes in the aquarium. 1 will do, but why not do 3? So the aquarium will now leak water all over the floor, and all that's left for us to do is to trigger the taser. And we get a nice 2-for-1 deal there. So with all of our targets now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to decide which exit we're going to go for. I have opted for the cable car exit, although you can take the snowmobile. There will be one enforcer out in the loading dock that you will have to navigate, but he's easy enough to get past. This way we have no enforcers to worry about, and we can run straight for the cable car. So as we descend down the mountain, we have 2 more contracts for the day taken care of, and once we get back down to terra firma, we should get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. Again, we had no objectives to worry about, and in turn that will gain us a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.